Hello traders, welcome to my channel Freedom with Forex. My name is Al. I'm your host, mentor and senior Forex trader. As you know, the goal of my channel is very simple, helping you to achieve financial freedom using Forex trading. Be sure to subscribe and turn on the bell icon so you don't miss out any videos of Forex trading. Okay, did you do that? Beautiful. Let's get started. So in this video, I'll be doing a technical analysis on Forex market. Today is the 27th of August 2022. And before I get into it, let's have a look at the account history. So since last week, the 24th of August, my account is on $370 in profit. Two of the trade got stopped out in trailing, but it was in profit. $21 from pound franc and $28 from franc yen. And I closed USD yen, which I bought $91, and the other trade to mention is that franc yen on $59. All right, let's have a look at the trade. Okay, the first pair I have in front of me is pound New Zealand, 460 pips in profit. On daily chart, market closed very strong yesterday. As you can see, on 4-hour chart, market is actually trying to retrace a little bit. If you look at 4-hour chart, this is a strong candle on hourly chart, but I'm going to ignore that, and I'm gonna let this trade run. I do have a two trade open, as you can see. Bottom is actually 0.10 lot size, so it's not a huge lot size. If the first trade comes around this area, I'll probably close the first one. I'll let the second one running. Matter of fact, let's do the take profit on the second trade that I opened. I'm going to put it over here for take profit, which is about 430 pips away from my entry point. Okay, so the next one is a Euro CAD. All right, Euro CAD is also looking pretty good, 300 pips profit at the moment. I do have two trade open, and both are 0.20 lot size, which is okay. But because I got two trade open, I might have to actually trim down one of the trade. Let's have a look at hourly chart. What's happening on hourly chart? There is a sign of continuation of bearish, so I'm gonna actually leave it for now. I will be observing this trade next couple of hours and see how this behave. If this come to around 50 SMA, I'll probably close one of the trade. I'll leave another one keep running up until around how many pips, about 660 pips, which will be really nice if that happens. All right, New Zealand, Euro New Zealand, 514 pips in profit at the moment, which is really good. I was hoping for this kind of movement. It took actually a couple of days over here. As you can see on the top, market was actually there was a lot of fight between sellers and buyers, and finally sellers actually got an upper hand over buyers. The market really closed very strong. I'm not going to actually do anything on this trade because the lot size is only like a 0.10. It's not really big lot size, so I'll leave this trade to run. Okay, next one is USD franc. All right, so USD franc, I do have a two trade open as well, 0.20 and 0.10. However, minus 56 pips at loss at the moment. Let's have a look for our chart. Market is finding some sort of support on the supports on this trend line, but I don't think market will shoot up from this point. It'll probably try to make lower low and then will probably go up, but this trade is not safe at the moment. This trade can go any direction, so I do have my stop losses. Let's see how many pips below. That's about 71 and then 93 pips away, so there's a huge way to go before my stop loss get triggered. I don't think it might happen today, and as you can see, it's forming a flag shape. So when you see any kind of flag shape, all right, market usually tend to continue on the original direction, which is the upwards. All right, this is the pole and that's the flag. There's a good chance it might actually go to north. Okay, next one is Aussie USD, minus 45 pips at loss. Let's have a look for our chart. If this 4-hour candle close below around here, good chance market will probably start reversing. So this trade at the moment is still not sure, but if you look at the hourly chart, nice bearish candle, that's a good sign. Market will probably reverse. Just to mention, the USD was under pressure last couple of days, and I do have a lot of USD opened, so that's why I do have a lot of losing on the USD, but I'm hoping some sort of reversal very soon. So USD Singapore is the next one. I do have a two trade open, 0.20 and 0.20. Let's have a look on 4-hour chart. Okay, so I was expecting some sort of pullback, but not all the way to this point, which is almost 100% pullback. But hourly chart, let's have a look on hourly chart. That's a nice bullish engulfing, similar to the Aussie USD. But again, it is a lot of correlation between a lot of pairs at the moment. If USD becomes strong, it will become strong across the board. So don't be surprised if you see a good signal on one pair, and then it will tend to follow on other pair as well. So keep in that mind. However, on last 3 days, market actually closed very strong to the south side. So but if you find some sort of support, there's a good chance this market will go up. So as you can see, another point actually I want to point out is that look how strongly this market has tried to go up. 1 2 3, these 3 candles. All right, let's have a look in terms of pips movement. That was about 80 pips movement, and this was 83. All right, similar kind of movement. And then when the market coming down, it's very choppy, even though this kind of here on 4 hour is very strong. So it is actually a lot of back and forth. This happens when the market gets slowly transition from seller to the buyer or buyer to the seller. You see this kind of actually movement on the market, very common. But obviously I am bullish on USD at the moment, so fingers crossed and see what happens. USD CAD, all right, similar situation, minus 57 pips at loss. One trade open at the moment. This lot size a little bit bigger, 0.25. Let's have a look for our chart. So there is a really good chance this trade will probably get stopped out, only because the way it's actually candle behaving at the moment. But if I look at the distance between the current market to my stop loss, it's only 44 pips, so that can easily happen for London Open. So in my opinion, I'll keep this trade as it is. If I get stopped out, I get stopped out. No hard feelings, I guess. We'll see what happens. So if the market actually sees some sort of retrace from the buyers and then push back, good chance will reverse. But it is a very early stage for USD to actually reverse. So if you're a conservative trader, maybe wait till another couple of days. But if you're an aggressive kind of trader like me, I like to get in the market a little bit earlier. I'm happy that way it is at the moment. Pound USD, let's have a look the 4-hour chart. It's retracing from this point. Obviously last 2 days market was hammered because of USD is generally speaking got weaker last few days. So that's the sign over here as well. My stop loss is sitting at the moment from the current market around 90-95 pips away. I'm going to leave as it is now, and I'll observe this market on 4-hour chart next couple of candles. All right, Euro Australian dollars minus 134 pips, not a good sign. However, on daily chart there is some sort of hope for this to retrace. However, this wasn't a strong entry from the beginning. When I actually entered this market, it wasn't actually strong entry, even though on 4-hour chart or daily chart I took a risk, but seems like it's actually going against me. I might get actually stopped out. However, this is what market does. If you look at the 4-hour chart, it was coming down, and then it went up very strong and retracing, right? It was going on sideways and then try to making lower low. But this happens before actually you see a strong bullish movement. But I'm very skeptical on this trade. It'll probably end up losing it. USD yen, I just opened a trade on this one last hour, and since then it's 12 pips in profit. I had 2 trades open on this trade. I think last 2 days I did close in profit, and that one I showed you before. So this was the one I closed on $91 in profit. The reason I closed was it was getting rejection, but hourly chart, as you can see, on 3 of my SMAs are pointing upwards right now. So that's why I opened the trade, and plus it came on 2. So that's why I opened this trade. The take profit is sitting 200 pips away, and stop losses about 58 pips. So it's like a nice risk and versus reward ratio. Alright, Euro USD, 2 trade open again, 0.20 lot size, and another one is 0.11. I want to have a look on hourly chart. This is really promising for me. It's actually bouncing off 200 SMA and seems like it's gonna go south, and that's what I'm banking on. If it does go bearish, I'm looking into pips movement 500 and 700 pips each trade. So that would be nice outcome if that happens. If it does not, I'll probably lose 147 and 140. So quite a bit of pips, but I'll obviously will try to minimize my losses if it started to go against me. On Frankie and daily chart, as you can see, market actually got knocked back from sellers. However, it's not strong as day before yesterday, so it is actually kind of I think market gonna go sideways for a while before it makes its final move. But for now, I'm gonna leave as it is, the market at the moment. Okay, euro yen is, let's have a look daily first. Similar story again, did close below, market got actually knocked down over here, and 4-hour chart got actually engulfing bearish candle as well. An hourly chart, market is slightly below 200 SMA, and it seems like it's making a transition, all right, to south side. If I have a look on dailies again, I'm still obviously bearish. The reason being the way market was behaving last few days. All right, I opened this trade I think last week or so. It's been actually a few days this trade is being opened, so nothing gonna change for now. Aussie CAD plus 18 pips in profit. Let's have a look for our chart. Okay, this is really important situation right now. If this market, especially in 4-hour, if I see a engulfing bearish candle, especially close below in this area, I think market is gonna go officially go bearish side. However, it can always create a lot of illusion. So, and another thing to point out is that the market actually broke on hourly this channel. All right, this channel. If this come back below this channel, this trend line will go down, but if not, it'll probably go up. But I'm still bearish on Aussie CAD, Aussie yen minus 30 pips. So on daily, market actually crawling up slowly, which is not a good sign. On 4-hour chart, it's trying to make a new higher high. So obviously the sellers trying to sell it from this point, all right, from this point onwards down. If this market get another smack from the sellers, good chance will probably go down. However, because my stop loss is very close where is the market at the moment, especially on 4-hour chart, probably get stopped out. But I'm gonna just keep the trade as it is, not gonna do anything. Pound Australian dollars just in profit. All right, so pound Aussie is being sideways since last week. As you can see, it's been taking a lot of time. So it's been how many days? 2 weeks or so, and I am still bullish. Have a look for our chart. A lot of indecision on the market. If this actually break through to the north side, this market will go at least from here to around here, which is about 600-700 pips away. So just be mindful of that. If you're actually selling this market and if it goes against you, you'll be screwed. However, if you buy this, it is still not a clear sign to the buy side. But again, if you get into the market when 90% traders knows the direction of the market, is bloody too late. You gotta actually anticipate, not participate. All right, pound CAD plus 33 pips in profit. Let's have a look 4 hours. It might actually, as you can see, the trend line is actually right on the trend line, and market is struggling to go up. On 4 hours, a lot of fight from the buyers and sellers. We'll see. I'm not gonna move anything, keep as it is. So this trade has been open obviously as last week as well. Pound yen. All right, so this trade I almost got stopped out. I don't know if I survive this trade, it'll be like a miracle. Look at how close the market came to my stop losses. Only 10 pips away it was, and since then market somehow finding resistance. But on dailies, look at this candle, man. It is a scary candle. Like, it's not good for me. But if you're buying it, this maybe is good for you. However, for me, I'm gonna leave as it is right now. I'm not gonna do anything to it. If I get stopped out, I get stopped out. Too bad. If it gets actually some sort of pushback from the sellers and close below in this area, it might actually turn around. Euro pound 71 pips, so got really on strongly close to this morning on dailies. So I'm hoping for this support. I'm hoping this area to get breakthrough. If this area get breakthrough and make a new lower low, this market gonna go at least around this area, which is about 200 SMA. However, now we have to see whether it finds supports here and buyers coming back. If they do and stronger than sellers, obviously, you know, this trade's not gonna be too good for me. But I'm gonna just leave as it is right now. Pound franc plus 30 pips at the moment. Let's have a look. Similar story. It's trying to make a new higher high, and this market actually respecting this trend line since March. All right, so and this is why it's bouncing off on 4-hour chart. To make it bigger, So it's bouncing off 200 SMA as well as the trend line. So hopefully it will continue to the upside. And then the daily chart obviously giving me a strong signal for reversal as well. Okay, Euro franc minus 25% loss. This candle got me really worried, got strong bearish candle. However, on 4-hour chart, market becoming a bit slow. It's not coming down as strong as it was. Here is actually slowing down. So on the hourly chart, market is actually pointing downwards, especially all the SMA is pointing down. So this market will probably keep going down. In this case, I'll lose this trade. Seems like euro is getting a little bit weaker across the board. We'll see what happens. Okay, New Zealand USD on 70 pips at loss at the moment. So yesterday, actually this morning market closed really strong, and that actually gave me this loss. On 4-hour chart, looking pretty good actually at the moment, even though it's broke through this trend line. On hourly, as you can see, there's a good chance this market will probably go down around here and then before it shoot up again. So this trade will probably be ending up losing. And one thing to point out, New Zealand all of a sudden became strong across the board. So we'll see what happens. Okay, Aussie New Zealand 56 pips profit at the moment. Let's have a look at the 4-hour chart. Market is at the moment on 100 SMA. What is likely to happen? Is it continue to sell outside? I think so. There's a good chance this market will probably continue around this area, so I'm gonna just keep holding. I had actually another trade on Aussie New Zealand. I sold and I actually closed that trade. Let's have a look. Aussie New Zealand, here you go. So this was like a small profit, $40. So I closed it because I didn't want to have a two trade on this Aussie New Zealand. The reason being is that the way market was actually acting here, it's like a lot of indecision on the market. So that's why I actually closed one of the trade and let other trade open. Okay, so this was it. This all the forex analysis on 23 forex pairs. If you find this video informative, please go ahead and subscribe, support the channel, leave a comment. If you got any suggestions or any topic that you want to see on my video, drop it in the below. I will try my best to help you out with that, and I'll be back on Saturday afternoon with the results of this week trading. Until then, bye for now.